Hi, third graders. This is Mrs. Tingler here for a reading lesson for you on Wednesday, April 29th. If you haven't already, make sure you watch Miss Lewis's video from Monday before you watch this one. Miss Lewis's video gives you an introduction to the story that we'll be reading today. So, if you haven't already, pause this video and watch Miss Lewis's video from Monday. If you've already watched that one, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you. I wish we could be together learning friends in person, but I'm excited to do YouTube learning with you, and always let us know if you have questions or need help with something. We are here for you. Okay, let's get into our text. On Monday, we read this story with Miss Lewis called World of Celebrations. The whole world of celebrations. Wow. There's so much to learn about and talk about in this topic. Miss Lewis did a great job helping us get started of thinking, how do we celebrate at home? What are some holidays that we have with our family each year? And then we dove into the text. We started to learn about these unique holidays that personally I had never heard of before. They're totally new to me, but I'm excited to explore them with you. Today, we're going to dig deep in the text. We're going to use our best reading detective skills to know and understand the main idea and details of the text. The main idea is the most important idea. Can you say that with me? The main idea is the most important idea in the text. So, what is the story all about? What does the author think is the most important thing to learn from the text? We're going to explore that today. And we'll also find details. Can you say details? Good job. Details are little pieces of information that support the main idea. They connect back to the main idea, but they give you a little piece of information. So let's get into our text. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen so we can look back at the story, World of Celebration, and then we'll do some writing, and I'll model some of that with you together, okay? If you don't have the story in front of you, you can look at my screen. You can go to the website that is in the description and click on the link for 3rd and 4th grade and click on the April 20th packet, okay? All right, let's get started. I'm going to share my screen with you. Here we go. You should be able to see the story. And then I'm going to add my face so you can still see me. Hi again. Here we go. I'll make it a little bit bigger. And let's get started with our text. Here we go, friends. World of Celebrations, written by Marnay Wilson, illustrated by Jim Madsen. Now, it is illustrated by Jim Madsen, and here we can see the front cover of the story. Now, I wish I had all of the pictures here in front of me. I would love to see how the illustrator Jim connected the pictures to Marnay's writing. That's something I'd like to do when we can go back to the library again. Let's get started with our story. All over the world, people get together to celebrate. They celebrate birthdays, religious holidays, and national holidays. And each culture celebrates in a different way. Some people make special holiday foods. Some wear special holiday clothes. Some have special holiday parties. Here's a look at a few celebrations around the world. Here we go, around the world. Hold on, friends. Kauai is one of the Hawaiian islands in the Pacific Ocean. Do you know which state Kauai is in? It's in Hawaii. If you had Miss Bermudez as a teacher last year, you might have known that fact already. In Kauai, people have had fun at the Coconut Festival for many years. Coconuts grow at the top of Thin palm trees. Every part of the coconut tree is useful. The trunk can be used for wood, and the leaves can be used to make mats and roofs. The nut can be eaten or pressed to get oil. The husk and shell can be burned for fuel. And did you know? You can drink the water inside of a coconut too. Or you can buy coconut water at the store since we don't have very many coconut trees growing in Tennessee. What are some ways that the people of Kauai use their coconuts? Go back in the text and look at a way that they used a coconut to help them. Awesome. We always want to use text evidence to support our ideas. Now let's keep reading and see how do they celebrate with these coconuts. During the festival, Hawaiians have coconut contests. Who can be the first one to the top of a coconut palm? Who can crack a coconut open the fastest? Who can make the best food using coconuts? Kids paint the coconuts, and teenagers play ball with them. Men and women make clothes out of their leaves, and performers dance and sing. Coconuts are very important to Hawaiians. So, at the Coconut Festival, people celebrate coconuts. I don't know about you, but I'd love to go to the Coconut Festival. To be in Hawaii sounds pretty good to me right now. Plus, I love the taste of coconut. So yummy. Let's keep reading. Just south of Hawaii is the equator. Following the equator east leads to the African continent. The Ivory Coast is located there. Excuse me. Every year, people in the villages make masks. Some of the masks look like animal heads, and others look like scary faces. Ooh. In November, the villagers celebrate the Festival of Masks. They wear their masks and dance while huge drums boom the rhythm. Which dancer moves most like an animal? Which mask is best? The most skilled dancers in each village get to dance at the National Festival of Masks. This reminds me of something, friends. Do you remember reading about powwows? I loved learning about the Native Americans or American Indians together before school was closed. If you remember, the powwows were a huge gathering of people where performers and dancers used to tell stories using music and dance. That kind of sounds like the Festival of Masks to me. I wonder how similar they are if you were to visit each of them in person. Just something I'm wondering. All right, let's keep reading. Following the prime meridian north from the Ivory Coast leads to England, part of the European continent. After a cold winter, the English celebrate the coming of spring on May 1st. Each community has its own party, and they decorate the streets with flowers and greenery. Often they put up a maypole with wide ribbons hanging from it. Dancers weave the ribbons as they move around the pole. Other groups dance through the streets. Many people wear white clothing. Girls carry flowers and put flowers in their hair. May Day is a time for love and joy. I just love saying May Day too. It rhymes. It's fun to say. Try it. Awesome. I have a question for you. Why do you think the people in England use flowers during their celebration? And why do you think they wear white clothing? Are there any clues in the text to tell you why? Let's keep reading. East of the European continent is the Asian continent. Thailand is at the south end of the Asian continent. I'm noticing something, friends. If we look at this text, after we learn about a celebration, the author uses a sentence to take us to the next celebration. It's almost like we're traveling around the world. They're telling us east of Europe is Asia. And before that, they told us that the Ivory Coast leads to England. These are called transitions. Can you say transitions? Transitions help us connect our ideas together. So, as we're learning about celebrations, we're transitioning all around the world. If you saw our sign language video about our school's vision, you should know how to say the word world using sign language. You put up 3s on both hands. You do them in a circle, and that's the word world. So we're traveling all around the world to learn about these celebrations. Let's keep reading. Every April 13th, Thai people celebrate the new year with the Water Festival. This festival is a time to honor older relatives. Young people pour water over their grandparents' hands as a sign of respect. But the Water Festival is mostly for fun. For 3 days, people play with water. They throw cups of water at people walking by. They shoot water guns at their friends and soak their neighbors with garden hoses. Excuse me. All over the country, people have huge water fights. April is the hottest month of the year in Thailand, and the water festival is a fun way to cool down. What is the purpose of the water festival? Pause and tell someone, like your brother or parent or sister, what is the purpose of the water festival? Pause and tell them. Once you're done, click play again. All right, let's read the last part of our story. Celebrations happen all over the world on all different continents. People eat special meals, they give gifts, and they have parties. Celebrations are a time to remember traditions and a time to have fun. Excuse me again, Fred, sorry. So, we've finished our story. This is a pretty short text, but it has a lot of great information in it. Remember, our goal for today was to understand the main idea. And if you look at the last part of our story, I think that gives us a pretty good sentence to describe our main idea, the most important idea of the story. I think I would like to combine 2 sentences from the last paragraph. Celebrations happen all over the world on all different continents. And celebrations are a time to remember traditions and a time to have fun. What if we combine those and say celebrations around the world are a time to remember traditions and a time to have fun? I think that tells us what this story is all about. And then we have those little details about the Coconut Festival, the Festival of Masks, the Water Festival, and May Day that support that main idea. That these are happening all around the world and that they are traditions that people use to have fun and to remember things. So, let's get into our writing for today. What I've done is I've made a tree map. If you were in my homeroom, you know all about tree maps. And hopefully our other friends do too. It's a great way for us to organize information into different categories. Okay? So, I'll show you what my blank tree map looks like. Here it is. It's not perfect, friends. You can just get a blank piece of paper, write on the back of a piece of paper, and you can make this tree map. Note that celebrations is at the top, and then underneath, I have 4 branches for my celebrations. The Coconut Festival, the Festival of Masks, May Day, and the Water Festival. Go ahead and pause this video while you make your tree map. Okay, friends, you've got your tree map ready. You're ready for the next step. Under each holiday, you're going to write at least 3 or 4 details about each celebration. And it's okay if you don't remember every single fact about them. What we do as learners is we can go back in the text and find that information. So, if you're stuck and you're not sure what to write about the Coconut Festival or the Festival of Masks, go back and read some information. If you don't have this printed out, you can always go back in the video and listen to it again. Once you have your information filled out, you can keep watching. But if you need to write, go ahead and pause and fill out your tree map. Okay, you're doing great. I wish I could be there with you to help guide you, but if you got stuck, I have some ideas for you. Here we go. I wrote some ideas on the tree map that tell little details about each celebration. I found them by looking in the text. And you know what would be really cool? Is if you even did some of your own research about these holidays or celebrations and added those to your tree map too. Just make sure you ask your parents before you go onto Google to do some research. I would love to know what you come up with. So if you add some extra info, make sure you tell your teacher so we can share that on our YouTube page. Okay, now that I have these details written down about each holiday, I want us to do something. We have the main idea at the top, celebrations, right? And then the details are listed below that you've written down, or you can even use some of the ideas I came up with too. What we're going to do next, and my challenge for you is to find ways that these holidays are the same and to find ways that they're different. Okay? We want to find ways that the holidays are the same. Are there anything that these holidays have in common? Then notice things that are different. What are some ways that people celebrate these holidays uniquely or differently? And you're going to take a marker or crayon or highlighter. I just used pens that I had at home. And what you're going to do is you're going to use a red marker to show how things are different and underline them. Using a blue marker, you're going to show how are these holidays the same and underline those in blue. This part is kind of important because our second Miss Lewis number 2, is going to be with you on Friday helping you do a writing task. And this job of using the tree map and finding the things the way they're the same and the way they're different will help you on Friday. I've put on my screen an example. I found a way that the Coconut Festival and May Day are the same. In the Coconut Festival, performers dance and sing, right? Kind of like the powwow style that we talked about. And then we also read in May Day that groups dance in the streets. That's something that's similar. We have people dancing. So I underlined that in blue. Now, if you notice on my screen, I also saw for the Festival of Masks that it is celebrated in November every year. And the Water Festival over here is celebrated in April. So since those holidays are celebrated at different times, I underlined them in red. So now we're comparing, telling how things are the same, and we're contrasting, telling how things are different from this text. All right, I'll stop sharing my screen so I can talk to you again. I had so much fun digging into this text with you, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with your tree maps and how you discuss these questions with your family or friends. Make sure that you contact your teacher if you have any questions, and let us know if we can help in any way. Every teacher has office hours. Those are times that they're available to help you or your families. Every day I have a Zoom meeting, so if you're not sure when it is, contact me or another third grade teacher, and you're welcome to join us from 9 to 10 in the morning, every Monday to Friday. I can't wait to see you guys. I hope you enjoy this video and that you enjoy some more time learning, helping, reading, and having fun this week. Watch out for another math lesson tomorrow on Thursday, and then our final reading lesson for this week on Friday. I love you guys so much, and I'm sending big hugs to you, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with from this lesson. All right. Miss Tingler is peacing out.